Hi, I'm on the floor today because I'm sorting stuff out and I couldn't be bothered to get up. You know what it's like sometimes. Anyway, I have finished an arc that comes out on the 24th of this month, and it's called Gifted by Suzumi Suzuki, and it is translated from the Japanese and it's a short novella. It's set in Tokyo, and the book is about a mother and daughter relationship. Our narrator is 20 something, and she's a hostess in the Japanese nightlife. She left home when she was about 16, 17 to get away from her mother. And now, at this point in the book, her mother is dying. So our narrator, she's had her to stay for 2 or 3 days, and now her mother's in hospital on the last days of her life. I was expecting from the premise that this was going to be some sort of deathbed revelation type thing. No, not revelation, reconciliation. But it wasn't. I got something that was very, very melancholy, really. There are no meaningful conversations between mother and daughter. The mother's too ill. And so what we have is our narrator revisiting her past. Looking back over her childhood, over the cruelty that she received at the hands of her mother, the way she left and how she almost rebuilt her life to become a hostess on the Japanese clubs. Her mother writes poetry or wrote poetry. In the book, we see lots of everyday activities. We see sort of catching a taxi, the 24-hour drugstore. We see the routine that our narrator goes through, the sounds that she likes to hear as she gets back to her place at the end of the day, a sort of sense of security, hearing that creak and that lock. And we learn a little about the lifestyle of hostesses, the hosts in Japan in these clubs. Surprisingly, even though there's no conversation between mother and daughter, you do learn a lot about the mother from somebody that our narrator meets at the hospital. He tells her an awful lot about her mother, which does maybe make our narrator understand her a little bit more. There's a sense of loneliness throughout of this. Our narrator grew up feeling that she was a burden to her mother. And now, as a young adult, she's drifting from club to club to club. No real relationships, just friends that she meets in the industry. Friends who sometimes show kindness and tenderness. And I found it a book full of empty spaces. Like the mother's poetry, the book ends with one of the mother's poems, and there's empty spaces there. And it's you're left to either try to fill the spaces by piecing stuff together, or just being content with not knowing what should be there. For me, I'd have liked a more emotional connection with the narrator. I didn't feel that I could get close to her. But maybe that's deliberate, because in her life, she has got a distance from everybody. She's not close. She's got no emotional connection to anyone, not even her mother, really. So, Gifted by Suzumi Suzuki, and it comes out on the 24th of October. So I will try and get myself up off the floor now. So happy reading. Take care.